Welcome to the Christmas Organic Masterclass. It's a two-parter. First one is some eco retail ideas to add to your Christmas offering. So everyone should have all of the gifts at trade prices so you can see everything we've made for Christmas. But in the masterclass, we've got two other ideas, a Pink's Boutique advent calendar and a eucalyptus shower bundle that we want to show you how you could make and have them as an actual retail item added into Christmas. And then part two, Maddie and Ellie's Pinterest eco-friendly Christmas. All of the ideas that we have for decorating ultimately. Because let's face it, merchandising is at the core. And if I'm really truthful, it's something that spas and salons maybe don't do enough of because we're all busy. But your Christmas gifts are going to look more beautiful and are more likely to sell if they have nice stuff around them. So the second part of this, and you can skip to it if you don't want to do the first one, is going to be all of our ideas for how you decorate and really enhance this theme that Pink's Boutique have got for Christmas this year, which is this kind of awesome green foliage with really kind of whites, naturals, mistletoe berries. It's a mistletoe Christmas, let's decorate for it. Okay, so let's face it, this is kind of like Kirsty Blue Peter. First off, let's go for our eucalyptus shower bundle. I don't know if any of you have ever had one of these. I bought one and had it in my shower and absolutely loved it. Okay, so I am slightly obsessed with eucalyptus and it seems to go everywhere, but it just looks unbelievable, and when you display it in the salon, it looks amazing. So the theory is, it is a giant bunch of real eucalyptus that gets beautifully tied together, and then you hang this under the shower head in your bathroom. And then, even if the shower is not on, obviously the eucalyptus has its own beautiful scent. So Christmassy, but also really good for clarity, kind of making you feel like you can take a deep breath and cope with what is ahead. But as soon as you turn a shower on and obviously add heat, then the fragrance from that eucalyptus increases. And you've got to imagine being in a shower box full of steamy eucalyptus. This is what we're aiming for. Now, really, really simple to make. You need a florist or someone to sell you bunches of eucalyptus. And then we've literally just put an elastic band around the top to start, and then up to you how you want to decorate the top of this. It would be nice to have something beautiful, and also obviously ideally if we've got something for them to be able to tie it onto the shower head. So, a few ideas. She leans back for a Blue Peter shelf. This is a jute ribbon, which all the links will be included in how you get it, that you could literally, like natural obviously is best with this colour, so you could literally tie onto here, make a loop. So jute looks absolutely beautiful with it. We also found a ribbon, so a twine, which had little leaves on. So if you wanted to stay with a leaf themed, then he works really well also. Or you could put both of it on. Or if you've got specific colours for your salon spa, some of you might have your own ribbon that's got branding and logos. That might be awesome as well. And it really is as simple as that. Okay, so which bits might not be as simple as that? These are the things you need to think of. One, obviously you have to keep this fresh. So you're going to need to think, don't make 25 bunches of it all at once. It may be something that you have to get a few on display and then take some orders and tell people the day they're going to come and pick them up so that it's perfectly fresh. The other thing is, before you go ahead, obviously number one is to look for that source of eucalyptus and check the pricing on it, because we use a lot of this in Pink's Boutique and Proverb, and throughout the year prices vary drastically depending on harvest, depending on if it's the time of year that it's growing abundantly. So just make sure you do the maths. Obviously, game is you want to find it as cheap as you possibly can. Really not much effort. Band it up, put some ribbon on it, add the margin that you want on top of it. Even if you weren't going to sell them, highly recommend making at least 1 or 2 to add to your display. So that is your shower eucalyptus bundle. Onwards from the shower to the Eco Advent Calendar. Now, Pinks' tagline, nothing but the truth. Proverb means statements of truth. There's a genuine truth, brutal truth theme coming through here. The real truth of the Advent Calendar is we desperately this year wanted to make you a Pinks Boutique Advent Calendar, and it just didn't work. We couldn't get the maths to work. There's this real oddity in the beauty cosmetics industry is that people think when things shrink and become little, that they should become really cheap. And it just doesn't work in a Pinks Boutique world. It never has. Like, you're still got 5 grams of really expensive night balm, and whilst this has shrunk, it's now a bottle, a closure, a cap. It just doesn't work. And so Natalie and I were really sad because we'd made these advent calendars, and then we got to the maths bit and we were like, oh. So we were like, okay, let's make a positive. We can actually just teach you to make them. Because then there's no issue of us having to sell it to you at margin, you having to sell it to your customer at margin, just cuts out one of those jumps. So this is your how to make the Pinks Boutique Advent Calendar that Natalie was desperate to deliver to you. So the plan was little houses. Little houses. We've got 2 little houses here. We have a white little house, and then we have a slightly more colourful little house. And the idea obviously is that each day is one of these houses. All of the links of where to buy these will be available to you. The cheapest way is the coloured house. He is from Amazon. The white house is from Etsy. They come flat packed with the twine, and they're really simple to build. With the Amazon ones, there is one of the links I'll show you where you can get 50 houses, and at your worst case, if you just bought a set of 50, it's £10. So we can do the maths. And so our discussion was in the building, you could obviously do an advent calendar with 24, as we used to, or a 12 days countdown to Christmas. My advice, because these are quite sizable, is I see some serious logic in making it 12 days. So if you were using 12 of these 50, in that set that's costing you £10, obviously you can get 4 sets of 12 houses out of that, so that's £2.50 for your houses. Now, obviously you need to brand these somehow to make these look more Pinks Boutique. So we made a little Pinks sticker, and these are all made. I have a lovely sheet of them. And because we made these, they exist already, is not a problem. If you just let us know if you want them. Let's put this one on the roof. There we go, little pea. You can have some of the stickers because we've got them already made. And then, obviously, you need 12 or 24, but again, I think mathematically we would have released them in 12s because it just leaves it at a more manageable cost price and an RRP price for your client. You need 12 of your tranny pots and their matching card. And obviously, before you tie yours up, you pop in the pot, you pop in the card. And this is the reason why the houses are so good, because they fit all of those Pinks Boutique pieces, and then you tie them back up. So you'd have your pot, you'd have your card, you'd have put your P sticker on it, you need some numbers. Another link, really simple set of numbers, really inexpensive, that you can just peel off, so I'm doing number 2. Now, when I played with these, obviously, world's your oyster. You can put them wherever you like. but I decided that I quite liked him most on the roof, in the corner. I tried the door, so you've got the door as an option or the roof. And they look really, really, really cute. So from your point of view, if you were making them, obviously you'd have a cost, which worst case, those Amazon ones were £2.50 for 12 houses. We can get you, and you could buy 12 of your little try me pots. We'd send you your pea stickers free of charge. You need to get some numbers, but I mean, I think these were about £1.50. And then obviously you'd have to cost in the fact that you're gonna have to sit and make houses. But my hope was, is there someone little in your house or granny or someone, or just you while you're sitting, if you ever get that moment of getting to relax and watch TV, instead you'll be watching TV making a little house, which is what we were going to do. And that is how you could make your either 24 days of Christmas advent calendar or your 12-day countdown. How do we present these in the salon then? Okay, so to advertise them, few options. Could hang them on a tree. We have done them where we've got them on string or beads and they're hanging off. Or the other thing that would be really cute is you literally make like a village scene. Remember, they are houses. And you can use some of the ideas that's in part 2 of this video of how else we build out that village scene. Last thing just to think about, obviously if someone's going to buy these and you're giving them 12 houses, you are going to need an outer box to put those in. Just a simple craft outer box would be my suggestion. They're relatively easy to get hold of, or if you are struggling, send Nat a message, because we obviously use lots of craft outer boxes and we do have them, or we could tell you where to get them. Would you like to make some advent calendars for Christmas, is what I'm asking you, I think. I hope you like the idea. I'm trying to make sure that Nat's efforts of advent calendars are not all wasted, because it's such a super cute plan. And much more eco than the extravaganza. Obviously, it's mainstream now for beauty brands to make inordinate size advent calendars, like you're seeing your kind of Liberty style ones, Jo Malone, they're going for hundreds and hundreds of pounds. But what you've always got to remember is that most of that stuff can't be reused. Like, that shell advent calendar isn't being reused. What's cute about these houses is that people can keep them, they can use them to put like little chocolates in for their kids, they could use them to literally hang up in their own house and make a new scene once they're empty. And as always, the little try me pots, tell them to keep hold of and use these for their weekend away pots. Because at core, we need to make sure that whatever we are creating as a brand, as a salon, as a spa, is not negatively impacting the planet. And part 2, eco Pinterest Christmas decorating. Alrighty, let's talk foliage to begin with. So hopefully you will have seen the design from Christmas already that Maddie and Ellie put together. And you can see it's clearly very green. Green with whites and beige is the theme. First off, these are going to be really impactful to your display. So these are the price list. We will send these free of charge with your Christmas trade orders. And there are 5 because that's how many Christmas gifts there are. Your first decision is, do you have something you can put them in, or do you need the white blocks? And remember that the little white blocks, they're super useful for after as well, because you can put any sort of point of sale in there. But these are on offer where you buy, you pay for 4 of them, but you get 5. So they are £2.50 each. You pay for the 4 of them, but we send you the 5. So that's what we're basing it all around. But let's think about real versus fake. Clearly, in a Pink's Boutique world, I am much happier when things are real. Funny that, real fresh ingredients. And so, real eucalyptus and real mistletoe are key to everything that we're doing and all of the designs. However, there has to be a splash of reality in Kirsty World, which is if you're putting this display up in November and wanting it to go through November, December, clearly there are some things that are just not going to last. So we've got a real mixture. In the real world, we've got the eucalyptus, we've got the mistletoe. In the not so real world, we have got some individual furs. Yes, they are plastic, which bothered me. However, I'm making myself feel better by the fact that I know we can utilise these for every Christmas theme that the salon and spa is going to need. We changed the colour, the flower, the berry. We're not going to get use out of them. And then we also found, and all the links are in here, this is the little fur bundle that's got the white balls on. It's quite cute because obviously we've got the snowdrop balls in the design. So these are the two that we have got that are not real. Eucalyptus and the mistletoe are, and then Maddie also did some beautiful oranges. She's been baking oranges this weekend. So obviously these ones are real. She was laughing after all of her efforts because clearly you can buy dried oranges. Pink's actually used to sell them, but we can't get them at the moment. So you could go online and buy some dried oranges, or you could go all sorts of Blue Peter like Maddie did this weekend and just slice these and dry them at home. Okay, so this is the foliage. Then let's show you the cute things that we've made with said foliage. Let's go for our glass balls first. So, we found a set of glass baubles. I've seen lots of brands make elements like this, but they're always the plastic baubles, which obviously we would be trying to stay away from. And so simple, but so beautiful. Literally, take some eucalyptus, put it in the bauble. And then, equivalently, take some mistletoe, put him in there. And you could literally use these dangling on your tree. They've got a flat base, so they will sit on the shelf. You could use them for little price stand cards next to them. You could, if you wanted, you could add product into them. I personally just love them with literally the foliage in there, in and around our Christmas display. So the glass baubles, I think the set that I got cost about £16. And obviously from then on I'm just going to keep them and can use them and make them into different themes every year. Obviously your risk with glass is you're going to break it, potentially, so you need to be careful. But they just, up close, look so much better than the plastic balls. So number one is go get yourself some glass balls. Okay? Got glass balls. What up next? A little tree. Okay, so all of the decorations on the tree are all paper. And probably not the most eco place you think of, but they are all from B&M. Let's face it, all of us have found ourselves on a Saturday in B&M. You go in for a jar of coffee and you come out with 50 quid worth of stuff that you just never were expecting to buy. Well, they have got some really, really beautiful paper decorations. So, highly recommend. Obviously they sell out of lines quickly. We are very end of October, so go have a look for those. Paper decorations, Christmas balls. How to make a spa candle, a Christmas spa candle. Most of you will have like the LED type flicker candles. We're going to dress them for Christmas and dress them for the display. Clearly, you could be doing this with a normal wax candle as well. They look stunning, but it's just so simple. This is a must. You need some jute ribbon for Christmas. All of the links are attached so you can get it. And you are literally going to put that around the belly of your candle and secure it with some double-sided sticky tape, ultimately. We have then used our leafy twine, but I've also done this before with just plain twine with no leaves on, and he also looks beautiful. I've gone round again, literally around the belly, tied him at the back, and then popped in whatever foliage you have down the front. Bit of eucalyptus, bit of mistletoe, dressed for Christmas candle. Literal same logic on any glass vase that you have. This is a dinky one. Really beautiful on jam jars. So from now on, when you're cooking in your kitchen, any empty jam jar, any glass jar that becomes part of your things that you might throw away or put in the recycling, save it, jute it, stick in some eucalyptus and some mistletoe, and we're into the spa salon Christmas scene. So you can do it with your candles, you can do it with your glass. With these fur elements, we've also made some really beautiful like little wall hangers. So in terms of if you've got space that you can be putting it on a wall, the eucalyptus shower bundle could be one, but then we've also made another one where it's a bundle of these furs together and then a row of the oranges. Here's one I made earlier, or maybe Maddie or Ellie made it earlier. Ta-da! Madeline's fur bundle. Really cute. We'll show you it pinned up against the wall as well. But lovely, and again, next year maybe these come off and we put something different on it. So think about the walls as well. These could be really cute on your treatment room doors as well. Like you could maybe have a different one for each room. So one room has the dried oranges, one room has mistletoe, one room has eucalyptus. And so for those couple of months of Christmas when the therapist is taking someone to the room, you're like, we're going in mistletoe room today, or we're going in clementine room. They could be really nice on the doors as well. You're going to be busy with Pinterest Eco Christmas. Things to know. Absolutely everything we have got, we will send you the link so you can see where it's from. You can literally just buy it all yourself. Doesn't need to come from us, like we're not adding any margin onto it. It's all fun and frolics for you. Always try and think as sustainably as you can. So if you can make the choice for glass, go for that. If you can make the choice for something that you can see longevity and you know that we can reuse it year after year after year, always be picking that. And really crucially, like, have fun. It might be really nice, those of you that have a team, it might be a really lovely thing to do together. Like this morning when we were prepping for this, it was the nicest thing ever watching like Ellie, Maddie and Charlotte like make Christmas. Like it's a beautiful thing to do. Put your Michael Bublé Christmas songs on and get into the mood. And also remember, all of it could be taken back to your own house. You might be getting yourself ready for Christmas too. So yeah, we would love to see what you create. Anything that you make that goes on the retail display or anywhere in the salon or spa, please send us pictures because we will always share it. The aim of social is to be social. And one of the things that we really want to try and do next year is to get the Pinks Boutique salons to be more social with each other and with us, because we have no qualms. We will always share, we will always tag you, we will always geolocate you, we will always literally say, if you are in Chichester, you should go and see this salon. And obviously, everyone in our audience would then be able to see it. So yeah, please send us some Christmas pickies and let us know if it was fun. Let us know if it was useful. We will just be about, everyone in the room grown, starting to think about making the marketing calendar for next year, for 2023. And obviously for 2022, masterclasses were completely new. We'd never done it before. It is essentially the organic masterclasses, which are normally treatment-based from me, and then all of the social from Maddie and Ellie, all completely free of charge. Like items that often brands would be charging you for, or other actual schools would be charging you for. So we really would like to know whether you would like it to stay for 2023. Let us know whether the masterclasses are a yay or a yeah, meh, not so bothered. We will see you before, but have a beautiful time getting ready for your Eco Pinks Boutique Christmas.